Welcome to Signal to Alpha, your essential morning market briefing. I'm Lady Muriel, cutting through the noise to deliver what moves markets today. Let's get you your alpha before the opening bell. First, your executive overview. Federal courts are reshaping immigration enforcement as the Fifth Circuit upholds mass detention authority, while nuclear diplomacy with Iran shows tentative progress after Oman talks. AI takes center stage with OpenAI and Anthropic battling during Super Bowl LX commercials, while big tech commits a staggering $650 billion to AI infrastructure in 2026 alone. Treasury Secretary Bessent warns the Supreme Court against stripping tariff powers, and semiconductor stocks rally on massive cloud deals. Markets are holding their breath for Wednesday's January jobs report after the Dow crossed 50,000 for the first time. Let's break down what's moving markets. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals delivered a 2-to-1 ruling allowing DHS to detain undocumented immigrants without bond hearings nationwide, regardless of criminal history or flight risk. This decision removes previous pathways for non-criminals to request bond. Circuit Judge Dana Douglas dissented, noting Congress likely never intended mandatory detention for 2 million people, including spouses and parents of American citizens. On the geopolitical front, President Trump characterized indirect nuclear talks with Iran and Oman as very good, claiming Tehran wants a deal very badly. Iranian Foreign Minister Araghchi confirmed the positive atmosphere, calling it a good start with consensus to continue negotiations. However, the State Department simultaneously announced fresh sanctions against 15 Iranian entities and 14 shadow fleet vessels connected to illicit petroleum trade. The AI wars erupted during Super Bowl LX. Anthropic aired multi-million-dollar ads directly criticizing OpenAI's decision to introduce advertisements in ChatGPT. Their spot-pledged Claude will remain ad-free permanently, drawing a sharp rebuke from OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, who called the ads clearly dishonest. This public battle reflects escalating competition as the big four hyperscalers, Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft, plan to spend $650 billion on AI infrastructure in 2026, a 60% increase from last year. In individual stock moves, STMicro shares surged approximately 8% Monday after announcing a multi-year multi-billion-dollar contract to supply advanced chips for Amazon Web Services data centers. AWS received warrants to purchase up to 24.8 million STMicro shares over 7 years. Meanwhile, Hims & Hers stock tumbled 20% after reversing its plan to launch an oral Wegovy competitor just 1 week after announcing it. The reversal followed litigation threats from Novo Nordisk and a Department of Justice referral citing potential federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act violations. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent warned that a Supreme Court ruling against President Trump's emergency tariff powers would represent a gigantic loss for Americans. The court heard arguments in November and is expected to decide later this year. Looking ahead, markets are bracing for Wednesday's January jobs report. Bitcoin is trading around $68,591 this morning. That's your signal to alpha for today. Subscribe for tomorrow's essential market briefing. Trade smart, stay informed. See you at the opening bell.